Good morning, McAvinnue's School. Mr. Domina here, handling the McAvinue morning announcements. Today is Wednesday, February 9th, 2022. Thank you once again for joining me for the Wednesday edition of McAvinnue's morning announcements. And speaking of Wednesday, we have some news to share with you. In case you didn't remember, today is an early release day at McAvinue, which means dismissal occurs at 1:30 p.m. for all students. And it's such an important day today that we are doing a lot of things with teachers after school today. And when you go home today, you'll have an opportunity to relax a little bit and enjoy your time so that we can finish our week strong on Thursday and Friday. Early release days, remember, typically happen one time a month. And this is the time that it's happening in the month of February. Just wanted to remind everybody, I sent an email and a message home to your families yesterday, and I know your teachers did the same thing. So everything should run smoothly and everybody should get home without an issue. Just wanted to remind everybody, early release date today. All right. So now we're back on track, and we will start out like we always do, coming together as one unified collective school, showing our ultimate sign of respect by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. So let's stand up, turn your voice off, get your right hand over your heart, make sure to face the flag that's in your classroom or learning space. Let's begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Nice job, everyone. Always makes me feel really good when I know that we're all coming together as one school doing something together that is positive. It always makes me feel really, really good, and I hope it does for you as well. Okay, speaking of making yourself feel good and taking care of yourself, it's yoga time at McAvinue, and the yoga pose of the week is the cat pose. Remember, it is an orange pose, and our orange pose allows us to be able to typically start in a seated position. It is not a red pose, which allows us to start in the standing mountain position. So remember, the differences in the colors. If it's a blue pose, typically it's a breathing pose. So there is a little bit of a pattern that goes along with the color. So remember, orange pose typically is a seated mountain pose, but it's still a yoga pose nonetheless. And the cat pose, everyone, focuses on releasing tension with a good upper body stretch, just like a cat would do, or even a dog, where they get that long stretch and they stretch their body out before, usually when they get up is typically when they do that. That's when my dog Jackson does that. All right, so let's begin, everyone. So we're starting out in the seated mountain pose. That could be done in a chair with your bottom firmly on the seated part of the chair. Pardon me. Your feet are on the floor, your hands are in your lap. And if you happen to be on the rug area, you're just beginning crisscross applesauce with your bottom on the rug. Okay, at this particular point, you want to put your hands together, close together, and interlock your fingers. That is simply putting your fingers together in that manner where you're alternating fingers, and you want to put them over your head. Stretch up as much as you can, and you're already going to feel that in your shoulders, in your rib area, which is right here, and you might even feel it in your lower back. Okay, take a deep breath in, and we're going to go right into position number 3, which is we're going to bend at the waist, and we're going to stretch our hands forward, and we're going to make sure that we're facing our lap. Take a deep breath in and release it. Deep breath in and release it. All right, take another deep breath in, and we're going to go right back into position number 2. Remember, we're still keeping our fingers interlocked and our arms stretched up. Take another deep breath in and release it. We can put our arms back down in our lap. All right, everyone, that is the cat pose. I actually really like this pose. It's one of those poses that it's so simple to do that you can basically do that anytime during the day when you need to release a little bit of tension in your body, and it really helps your mind feel a little bit more focused. It allows your mind to feel a little bit more settled, and when that happens, you can probably get your work done in a much easier way. All right, everyone, cat pose. Not going to continue on Friday, remember, because it is Friday, and you know what time it is. Friday dance party, and we pause yoga. But on the Thursday edition of Morning Announcements, which will be the old school intercom edition, I will remind everybody to practice the cat pose if they want to release some upper body tension. All right. Nice job, everybody, with the cat pose. That's right. It is birthday time. We are moving right on to birthdays. For the Wednesday edition, we cover the Tuesday birthdays, the Wednesday birthdays, and the Thursday birthdays. And let's see what we have going on. All right. So yesterday was Tuesday, February 8th, 2022, and it was Ariana's birthday in room 208. And today is Wednesday, February 9th, 2022. We have a brand new social worker here working with Mrs. De La Luz. It's actually her birthday today. So Mrs. Teague Power, it's her birthday today. And I know that you've seen her walking around with Mrs. De La Luz. So make sure when you see her, say hello. And you can also say happy birthday. Kind of cool. She just started here and we get to do a birthday shout out on morning announcements. And tomorrow is Thursday, February 10th, 2022, and we have no birthdays. That's no faculty birthdays or student birthdays. So more birthdays to come on the Friday edition. And remember, that's going to be the Friday birthdays as well as the Saturday birthdays. Let's do our birthday celebration round of applause right now for the birthday that occurred for Ariana on Tuesday and Mrs. T. Power's birthday that is occurring today. Here we go. All right, so stay tuned. More birthdays to come on the Friday edition of Morning Announcements. Ooh, it's Joke of the Day time at McAvinue on our early release. And remember, the theme for February could be Valentine's Day. It could be winter, something in that area. But I think today is going to be about Valentine's Day. So let's get to the joke. So here's today's joke. What did the rabbit say to his Valentine? So what did the rabbit say to his Valentine? Think about that one. Could be a lot of different things. All right. Do you have your guess, prediction, or suggestion locked in your mind? All right. I already know the punchline. I'm already laughing because it's a good one. All right. The answer is some bunny loves you. That's what the rabbit said to his Valentine. Some bunny loves you. Instead of somebody loves you, some bunny loves you. All right. So that's a great joke. And the graphic, I received a tremendous amount of feedback, positive feedback for the graphic for the joke on Tuesday or Monday, pardon me, which was the two birds and they were tweet hearts and they were kissing each other. That was a great one. So let's see if I can match the excitement and enthusiasm with the visual for this joke this week. Oh, come on. How can you not like that one? That is an adorable bunny, basically kind of giving some sort of maybe kisses, and we see the hearts going out there. All right, that's McAvinnue's Joke of the Day. Remember to share it with family and friends to get them to smirk, to get them to smile, and better yet, to get them to laugh. That one's a great one. It's adorable. I'm going to put it up on the screen in the main office. Another good joke at McAvinue. Stay tuned for Friday because there'll be a different joke that will be coming down on that day. All right. Now we are moving on to good news at McAvinue. I have one good news story to share today. So take a look at that picture. It is the representing students in room 203. That is our first grade students. And as you know, it is Black History Month for the month of February. And we're talking about a lot of influential people in the world that have really focused on kind of equality, making sure that everything is fair for everyone, treating everybody the same, regardless of how we look. Everyone looks different. Everybody comes from different areas. And a long time ago, that was a big deal because people treated everybody differently, not because of who they were, but what they look like. And that was so unfair. And students in room 203 celebrated Rosa Parks. And Rosa Parks, if you don't know Rosa Parks, look her up today using your Chromebook and do a little bit of research. I showed the picture in the center there because you can actually find some cool Rosa Parks books on Epic. So you can take a look at those. But basically, Rosa Parks said, listen, doesn't matter what I look like. I'm standing up for what I believe in, and I'm going to not follow some of the rules that everybody's telling me to follow because I look different than everybody else. I'm going to do what I think is right. That everybody should be able to do. And the great story about Rosa Parks, remember, had to do with the bus where she was told that she had to sit in a certain section of the bus, and she's like, I'm not going to do that. All right. There was a much more about Rosa Parks outside of just that bus situation. That's the most famous one. So do a little research today for Rosa Parks, but take a look at those pictures because the Rosa Parks made an impact on these first graders in room 203. It's such a good news story to share out. So get your congratulations, celebration, round of applause, hands ready to go for this good news story. All right, so I have 0 good news stories right now to share on Friday. So teachers, keep them coming in. I'd be happy to share them out on the Friday edition of Morning Announcements. All right, so Now we are basically 2 days into the ST Math Winter Waddle Week 4 Challenge. We've met the goal all 3 weeks. So many of you might be saying, how are we doing right now for our Week 4 update? And some people might say, Mr. Dominant, it's only 2 days in, right? We've only done it Monday and Tuesday, but I thought it would be a good opportunity to provide you with an update to see exactly where we are so we can take advantage of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Because remember, we got to get to 50 puzzles or more as the school-wide average in order to meet the ST Math Winter Waddle for week number 4. So let's see how we're doing. All right. So here we go. So if you look at the heart that's on there, are very appropriate for Valentine's Day. We are already at 31 puzzles. In 2 days, our school-wide average is 31 puzzles per day for every kid that logs on to ST Math, and that's just in 2 days. So we are literally like 20 puzzles, actually 19 to be exact, from meeting the goal. I cannot believe how far we are at with our progress already. So keep logging on to ST Math when it's your assigned time to do so. Also, remember you can do it at recess time if you choose to. That means that you can get some extra puzzles logged in, which helps our all-school average. We will do the final share out on Friday. Remember, that is the share out on Friday only covers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So if we reach the challenge on Friday, we can also bump up our total because we have a full day of school on that particular day. And remember, I'll tell everyone on the Monday edition of next week of morning announcements if we've met the Winter Waddle Challenge for week number 4, but we're already on our way. So nice job, everyone. That deserves another round of applause. All right. Nice job, everyone. All right. And just to let you know, that's a graphic that I forgot that I put on there. In case you couldn't see the little heart, 31 puzzles is the school-wide average in 2 days, right? So nice job. All right. When you see that blank teal screen this week, you know it's time to talk about McAvinnue's core values. That's right. What's the first one, everyone? Yes, respect. What's the second one? All right. I like it. Responsibility. And the final one? That's right. It's safety. All right. So we're going to focus on safety today as a core value challenge for the month. I was going to say the month of Wednesday. It's actually the day of Wednesday. All right. The Wednesday day of the week. And even though it's a short day today, there's going to be an opportunity that you might actually go outside and play. The weather's actually going to be decent the next couple of days, in the 40s today and then in the 50s tomorrow. So it's going to be very nice to go outside. However, we have to really focus on safety at all times because right now when I was coming in, it's very slippery outside because as things melt during the day, it freezes over at nighttime when the temperature drops. And even though the city has done a nice job getting rid of some of those snowbanks, there are still some snowbanks that are around. So if you are going outside today, I want you to be as safe as possible, right? Just because you're outside and the weather's great, you always have to remember to take a look at your environment and make safe choices. No one needs to be up on snowbanks on the side of the street. That is not a safe choice. And we also have to be careful if we are playing with any snow in your yard, there might be still ice chunks that are in there. So if you're going to have a snowball fight, for instance, we don't want to make sure that we're picking up a chunk of ice and it's in the snowball because if that hits somebody, you can really hurt somebody, right? So you got to be really careful, especially that we've been cooped up in the house for so long when the weather was so cold in the snow. The next couple of days is going to be nice out. And I know some of you are going to go outside. So be careful. So that is your safety challenge for today. It also includes just making safe choices in the building with how you're moving through the school, going up and down the stairs, as well as your hands and feet remain safe at all times. So even though this is one that's going to cover a challenge that's going to cover later on today and tomorrow, it's also something that we got to apply inside the building and just be as safe as possible. All right. Give me a double thumbs up if you can do that. All right. I like that. And remember, when we put respect, responsibility, and safety all together, we will continue to make McAvinue the best school that we all know. And that is it for me on the Wednesday edition of Morning Announcements. Work hard today, laugh today, smile today. Remember your core value safety challenge today. Also, I want you to remember your ST Math Winter Waddle, as well as make the most out of all of your learning time today. The day is going to be very quick and very short, but that still means you can get a lot of things done and make your learning experience at McAvinue the best that we all know. All right, let's get our fist up for the fist bump sign out. Let's turn it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That is it for me. Catch up with me first thing on Friday morning for another video edition of Morning Announcements, and you will also catch up with me on the Intercom tomorrow for a old school Thursday edition of Intercom Announcements. Take it easy. Have a good day, and I'll see everybody soon.